I the asshole for making my son shower at school?
Saves water. Come on.
My son is in the 6th grade, and showering is not a big deal to him anymore. To make matters worse, he has sports after school, which is at his school. So when I pick him up, he stinks. He will promise to shower, but doesn't do a good enough job. Yesterday, I went to pick him up and handed him a bag with shampoo, body wash, clean clothes, and deodorant. He asked me what that was for, and I said he's going to take a shower in the boys' locker room. There were a few older kids in there who shower. He refused, and I said he's not coming home until he does. He said he'd take one at home, and I said nope. I also told him to not bother calling his mom. He did shower and was fresh and clean, but had tears in his eyes. I told him when I dropped him off that he either showers at home or at school, and I'll always have a change bag for this with me. His mom says the whole thing is a waste of time. Edit, he can, but won't shower at home, and very well when he does. He's not being prevented from showering at home.
That guy's a fucking dick.
Too far.
Way too far.
Mm-hmm.
How old are you in 6th grade at, what are you, 12?
You're like 10.
10.
10, 11.
Especially when you're sharing a locker room, probably for both young boys and girls, like it's intimidating to strip down, get naked in front of an entire class, or whether it be older students at the gym. I don't know this specific situation, like how many different teams are there. Like there's bullying, there's things that at 10 or 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, a lot of people just aren't comfortable with their bodies at that point in time.
I'm still not now.
I know.
So like,
like gyms with showers like this, like, oh my God, no.
like, yeah, it's an intimidating thing to get buck naked and go into the shower with a group of people. And like, I can vividly remember like in school, 7th, 8th grade, you go to the pool and then you're supposed to go shower before class. And like, you're sitting there like hands as you walk to the locker room, and you just have your own little shower. Not easy. And if this kid is so worried or nervous about it, you're an asshole, dude.
Yeah.
Like, it's not something that you, grow up, get over it. Like, it's fine. If he wants to shower at home, let him shower at home. Oh, he stinks. Oh, go fuck off.
All young puberty age little boys stink.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a part of the territory. It comes with growing up.
I mean, he came home with tears in his eyes. That boy had trauma in that locker room. Like, come on. And like, teenagers aren't nice. They're not nice.
Kids they're mean. It's not easy being a kid. The stuff I got bullied for in school was like a cakewalk compared to the potential you're opening yourself up to by like showering at school. And
did you ever shower at school? I never did once.
Don't think I did. Honestly,
it wasn't the norm.
Even after the pool days, I think I just like sat in my chlorine hair and
or maybe rinsed off in your swimsuit and then went and changed like in a stall or something like that.
But I even remember trying to change because like you obviously have gym from like when you're young, you don't change at all. You just like do floor activities in your clothes. But I think you start changing in middle school.
Yep.
And even then, it was kind of one of those things where it's like you do it so sneakily, or it just felt, it was scary. You felt gross. Everyone's kind of like looking around like, ugh.
Like as fast as you can.
Yeah, well, and like some girls weren't wearing bras yet. Some girls were wearing bras. And it was just like, it was just so uncomfortable.
I think from a generational standpoint as well, like our generation versus like our parents' generation to our grandparents' generation, like our grandparents, like 7th, 8th grade, pool time, guess what? You were swimming naked.
What?
Yeah.
And that was like the norm, though.
That was the norm.
You grew up
like
from like being little, and like everybody just did it, and
everybody
it was like
just has the same thing. Just get in the pool. Like it wasn't like this thing, and it
so crazy
since has and how we've been raised has put this whatever it is, feelings behind it or stigma, right? So like, yeah, it's
I just think we're
different.
more conscious of like, I don't know, like some of the shit where our older generations went through. It's super traumatic, and I think we've become more politically correct and all that, but I think we've also looked at like, okay, that was not right, and we shouldn't have been putting kids through that trauma.
Right.
I don't know. I'm mad at this dad.
Yeah.
There's much better ways you could have gone about this, dude. Like, you could have, like, no kid wants to stink, too. You could have just sat him down and be like, dude, you know, you kind of smell.
Yeah.
Here, this is like some really wonderful Axe body spray. Old Spice. I don't know.
I want to know if there's an update. Like, do we find out why this kid had tears in his eyes? Like,
No.
He wasn't ready for it.
Well, I
like, he was
understand.
forced to
I
do
get it.
something he wasn't ready to.
Yeah. Like having your dad be like, don't bother calling your mom. You're not getting in my car until you go back in there and shower. He's 11. 11, you're still a little baby. You're
Yeah.
a little baby. That's like your kid's 5 times 2. Like you're still a baby. And so I don't know. OP's comments are,
6th grade or 12. I counted it out.
so I was born in 1994. In 2006, I was in 6th grade. So 6 to get to 2000. So you're like 11 turning
11,
12.
12,
Yeah, 11 turning 12. So, just shitty, but what is that, 8th grade then? 8th graders are the
Middle school. Oof.
So OP comments like older kids were in the bathroom, 8th graders or 13-year-olds. So that's probably what, 6th or 7th grade?
Yeah. 7, 13, 8, 14.
Yeah. It's a lot less serious for boys to shower. He's seen and been seen naked with the same kids who shower at school.
Why is it a lot less? This is my question. It's a lot less serious for boys to shower. Like, there's a big stigma about,
That's some toxic masculinity.
the downstairs when like comparison, right?
Yeah, I think like
I don't know.
guys get it really hard. Like I think I had a high school boyfriend who was uncircumcised, and I found that out before I even hooked up with him from his friends bullying him for it. And it was a running joke at their school.
Awful.
It was bad, but that's like kind of you hear it from size, you hear it from
Yeah.
that.
Or boys that mature early or late,
Well, at 11, 12, like it's just starting.
Right.
It's not even, I don't know.
It just makes me so sad for that little boy.
Yeah. And so OP comments a shit ton. Like someone must have commented like, you should have talked to your kid, have a nice conversation saying where you're coming from. And OP goes, been there, done that. Peer pressure works fine.
Go
That
off.
is not a good parenting mentality to have.
No.
That is a very authoritative. Tarian.
It almost
one of
feels
those.
like he's like,
Oof. Control issues.
I don't even like that response. Like, it just sounds cocky. This guy's he's a tool bag.
Yeah.
He has that whole I'm big, you're small mentality.
Exactly.
You do what I say no matter what, instead of, hey, you are your own person who is growing, and my job is to facilitate that growth and bring you up in this world.
Yeah.
And hopefully
It
you
should just
become
be
like,
it should just be a conversation. Like, hey, if you're not ready to shower with the rest of the guys, like you can shower at home, no big deal. Like, you're an adult.
I think too, the not showering at home, it's like, okay, well, are you even paying attention to your kid? Like, why aren't they showering at home? Has something happened? Because like, I mean, there's so many things that can point to like trauma, abuse, and like, I don't know if it's dad or what, but like maybe he's gone through something. Maybe he's having mental health issues. Like what's the underlying cause here? If he was showering and just stopped showering, because yeah, young boys, pubescent boys sometimes don't shower or have more BO, but like, where's all this coming from? And I don't know.
I think there's a stage as you're growing up where like baths and showers are fun, and you go and you hang out in the bath and you play with toys, or you're like taking showers now, and like that's cool. And then at some point it becomes just a thing you have to do.
Yeah, it's work.
And as a young kid who wants to go and do work, like I'd rather just like a lot of times probably don't smell yourself at that age. Like
Yeah.
you just get
Or you
like
go nose blind.
accustomed to it, right? Nose blind.
Nose blind.
Right. And so you're like, I don't need to shower. Why do I need to shower for? I'm just sitting here playing video games, or I'm just hanging out in my room. Like, I don't need to. It's just not important to me. But as you get older and you start caring about what, the opposite sex thinks or whatever, like
Or the same sex.
Or the same sex, like, you start thinking about what other people are thinking of you,
Right.
and then, oh, hey, I need to shower.
Here's my thing. What's the worst thing that could happen from this kid being a little stinky?
Nothing.
Maybe he gets fewer dates? I mean,
He's 11. He's got
He'll
time
learn.
to figure it out by then.
and
Yeah.
he's 11.
He's got
He's a
He's got
baby.
6 months to a year to figure it out.
What?
People start
Way
dating in
longer.
7th grade.
No way.
People start.
My first
the
little
deal.
peck on the cheek was 8th grade. So top comment on this one, which has over 20,000 upvotes. You're the asshole. Forcing him to get naked in a place where he's clearly uncomfortable doing so makes you not only an asshole, but an absolutely terrible parent. Next comment down goes, this traumatized me. Shouldn't even be a thing anymore. Period. Too many coaches caught peeping, etc.
I mean, there's been some bad shit that's happened in locker rooms.
Yeah. Why subject your kids to that
Yep.
when he can just
Facts.
shower at home?
Yep.
Yep, I think we've covered those.
We've
too.
covered it.
Like,
Yep. Let's go.
Hit the nail
is
on
there
the
anyone
head.
else? Is there anyone else that agrees with OP? Is there like one person on there that's like, yeah, obviously you should be showering at the school, or like,
So this one goes, you're not the asshole for wanting your son to shower. However, you are the asshole for how you went about it. If he's
Fair.
refusing to shower at home after he said he will, that's a parenting issue. Have consequences at home for not keeping his word. Don't force him to go and shower at school in a public locker room. He's 11/12. This is the age where body issues, body conscious is brought to the forefront. Get to the root of why he's not wanting to shower.
For real. That's like the age where you develop lifelong issues.
Yes.
So you got to be careful.
You're
as a
so
parent.
vulnerable. So vulnerable. Yeah. That one only got 170 upvotes. So like it's, I just searched the keyword, not the asshole. And it's literally the very last comment on the page.